Hello everyone. So I wanted to make this video because I had a hard time finding information on this. Really, I kind of had to rip everything apart and figure it out on the fly. So maybe this video will be helpful to someone wanting to know the answer. So my car is an 88. I do have a black interior conversion in here. This is using original black interior stuff. So originally had the rear panels that have the seat belts up top. Now this car being an 88 has lap belts. But as you can see, my original red interior, I wasn't able to find black lap belts. I know they exist, but I was having a hard time finding them. Plus I kind of wanted to make use of the slots at the top. I didn't want them to be empty. I know it's not a big deal. I'm just being a little picky here. And this might be helpful for someone who wants to put kids in the back seat someday and have them ride along. So anyway, these braces are out of a 90 to 93 hatchback. There's a seller on eBay selling them right now. He's been selling them for a number of years. I picked these up. I think they were like 40 bucks. And the way they originally come is he'll basically cut them out of the car. Cut here, cut there, cut that all out. So I had to cut out all the spot welds and prep them. Now, they do fit in the older cars, but there's a little bit of a concession that needs to be made on the back side here, and I'll show you that in a minute. As you can see, I already did this side. The passenger side fits quite nice. The driver's side is a little bit tight because of the sheet metal here being a little bit different. I did have to kind of clearance it a little bit with a rubber mallet, pound it back a little bit. But anyway, the fit. First question I had was, how do you know where to align it? So if you look on this edge here, and I'm going to use a flashlight, you'll see that there's a hole that someone has lovingly ruined in the past on my quarter window glass nut. There's a clearance hole on this as well for that, and you can kind of line it up there as to where it'll sit. Once you have that, this particular area down here will fit nicely against this sheet metal area here. This will fit on the tower, but the problem is that it appears that, let me put this flashlight down, this sheet metal in the back may have changed in 90 because you have this big open circle in the early cars. So if I go underneath, I put a bolt in there to hold. Let me see if I can get in there. And you do have enough sheet metal there for one and maybe another spot weld or two if you drill, but that in the middle is open because of this cutout. So you're not going to be able to get in there and weld this too much. You might get one or two. I'm going to use the bolt, and I'm going to see if I can get a weld in the rear here. I'm going to clean that up. I'm not too concerned about it because I intend to use this primarily for show. I doubt anyone will ever sit back here. In case of an accident, you got the force pulling this way. Really, these spot welds back here are going to be the one that is going to keep it from ratcheting forward. These are the seat belts. They kind of fit this way. Oops. So they fit like that. So if you'll notice, they don't point straight ahead. They point slightly to the side. But I had a clearance. Sorry. A little bit in the back side just to get that in there. And I did test fit with the panel in place as well to make sure that this fits. But that's how to get these seat belts in there. So again, I'll just take a quick view around so you can see kind of your alignment panels here. So that, you could probably get a weld in the front side of that. I elected to use a bolt. You can get a number of spot welds down here on the hump. And then most of your spot welds are going to be back in this area here. Again, this is your alignment. I probably could have come forward maybe another 1/8 of an inch or so, but it shouldn't be too much of a big deal. The wiring harness does run between here, so you have to pull that aside. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward welding and assembly. So there you go. Hope this answers any questions if anyone